Can't really see too well. See that one? This is just the beginning. Hey, what's up? I'm U-Neek Jettson from Newcastle, Indiana.
So, U-Neek, first question. Let me ask you, what inspired you to make music?
I've been doing music. I've always been, interested in music in every type of genre. My dad, I remember, used to listen to Disturbed and System of a Down and Biggie, Nirvana, Tupac, Dre, even Slim Shady and shit, all that shit. That was just like, a little bit of what his favorite was, so I heard that a lot, I heard that a lot blaring in a Ford Ranger. So that kind of shit like gets stuck in your head, but they were good artists, no doubt, but it kind of branches from that, who shows you music. So it kind of branched from there, and I started listening to Jay-Z, Fabulous, The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, you name it. I listen to whatever, man, dubstep, everything. And what inspired me to make music was the creativity of it, the poetry was what really ignited it all. When I was young, I used to write poetry, and then I still do sometimes, and just because it's a form of writing, and I want to be a good songwriter as well. I can write in all genres and stuff, so I just want to strive to be a better songwriter. So basically freestyling, cruise around freestyling, smoking and shit. But before that, I was in bands and shit, I always did the rock thing. And then and the metal thing too, and still like all that and everything. Definitely you gotta respect every type of music, no matter what it is. Since I was 16, 17, like really like trying to pursue a dream, not on necessarily a big scale, but just like starting out. I started working on music with my friend Storm Wright, aka Canela Cruz, and we did acoustic shows and shit, and then we was in a band, and we just kept going with the band thing, and then we just, all of us we couldn't find a drummer, couldn't find a bassist, couldn't find a couple other people, and we just kind of bailed out on it, and then started doing the hip hop thing, and I just started out freestyling, and then I liked it. It challenged me more than rock and roll and everything else, and that's why I'm on this trying to get into dubstep and mixing it with metal and that shit, because that's my background, that's where I come from, so I know I can do it. It's just a matter of the right time and place for it. Is the best way I describe it. Who really inspires me is now I listen to a lot of classic rock. I get on kicks of different kinds of music. Sometimes I'll listen to anything like Future, Drake, Lil Wayne, Kendrick, Jelly Roll, Caskey, Ritz, Michael, anything Michael made is produced. I've listened to, I listen to the mainstream, but still, I feel like there's still a lot of influence from those that came before us a long time ago, I think that they had a voice in their generation, and they changed their generation. You know, they really did change their generation. Because once that one voice, you know, all it takes is one person. Once that one person does it. It's like the wave, you know what I mean? You know about the wave? I don't know, just there's a lot of influences that I have. Jay-Z, big time influence. Beatles, Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, more. Man, there's so much more music. It's just constantly inspiring me to advance myself. You know, I see when I hear a beat, I hear a challenge. And I hear, you know, dubstep and shit, and I'm like, this is a challenge, you know. Yeah, even with hip hop, you know, it's still a challenge. But with dubstep, it's just like on another level. But starting out writing rock and roll, I feel like made it a lot easier transition into it. I mean, it's taken me a while to understand it. But now, I get it, you know what I mean? So
how long has it been that you've been making music? I remember you said it started about 16, 17, but...
I just had like a laptop and microphone. You know what I mean?
The rock
like
microphone?
Yeah. And then I...
Like tied a sock to it, I think it was.
Yeah, and then I upgraded a little bit and got that Toshiba, and then I got a music program for it called Magix, and I just made a whole bunch of beats on there, figured out how to do it, and I was like, damn, this is cool. Ended up, that computer crashed, but I'd already moved on to MacBook and went to Full Sail University. Unfortunately, I did not graduate.
So overall, how would you compare your sound to everything else that's out there? Like, what makes you, no pun intended, unique?
My style, the things that I do, how I write my verses, you know, different, and just like you don't hear what I'm saying, the way I'm saying it, the way I'm delivering it. You know, it's different. I mix up a lot of different shit. You know, it's just however that beat makes me feel. Like I'll just be like, okay. And that's pretty much how I interpret music, you know. Is what you take in for it as yourself and what you can make of it.
So then, kind of on that related note, what makes you stand out? Or just overall?
What makes me stand out is, well, number one, I've been doing this as U-Neek Jettson for like 4 or 5 years, and you know, I've been doing shows and things like that, and I'm just now to the point to where I'm really getting good at it. You know, my shows are what set me apart. If you ain't gonna turn up, we're gonna make you turn up. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I witnessed it.
We're gonna do our thing, and we're gonna give it everything we got, because we came to put on a show. It's entertainment. It's a show. People want to see you get their money's worth because it's a show. You know, you gotta really think when you're in the spotlight. You know, do your thing and feel comfortable. You can't feel like, you can feel nervous and shit before you get on stage, but as soon as your name drops, comfortable.
Take 3, 2, fuck. Good evening here from the Royal Palace. Be like, good evening, fellow Americans. This is Tony live at the Royal Palace. This is Corey. Do you think the tater tots can be the new currency? Depending on the strength of the yen, I'm not quite sure. Get in the zone like AutoZone.
I don't even know how to start a fucking video.
You were rocking with the best.
Terrible slogan.
You were rocking with the best.
We're rocking with Nixo!
You know what?
Might as well have said.
Did you see the thing?
Yeah, that makes it sick as fuck.
You seen it when I did that?
Yeah, like your fucking hands line up when you do that.
I tell you to introduce yourself. You go, I'm you rocking with I'm Roddy Piper. What is it? You're rocking with the best of them. Rocking with the best of them. Alright, so then you go.
Rocking with the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you're about to cast a spell on somebody.
Alright then.
I'm just asking the hard-hitting questions. They don't need to know who I am. I'm what inspired you to make music. Alright, we won't break the fourth wall then.
What does that even mean?
Means that we're not going to call you by your real name, we're going to call you by your stage name.